who leave you at midnight and add you entertain you to midnight, and then it's time for you to go to sleep, and then I buffer until the morning slot, which is the most coveted slot on any radio station. All right. So I used to do that. All the time. All right. So I did that for as long as a few months. Then I moved on to all the different slots on radio, eventually moving to the morning slot and became one of the most prominent radio announcers here in Malaysia. All right. So that's what I did when it came to radio. And in radio itself, behind the scenes, I was training announcers. I was training, coming up with content, designing structures for people's shows, how to do it. Everything that I've learned throughout the years, I started training announcers to teach them how to do that. Secondly, because of my radio days, it allowed me to go on TV as well. So from TV, I started doing TV presentation. If you look at that little slide that I have right which hand? All right, here, it's right there. So if you look there, that is a show I created myself, and it's on a platform called iFlix here in Malaysia. So I created that show. I produced that show with a friend of mine, Braun Polare. I was behind the scenes working on that one, and I also was the host. So the idea for that was James Gordon karaoke in a car, but the only difference is the car is drifting this time. So it's just to throw people off. I just wanted to see if announcers could take it. All right. Another thing I do, of course, I'm an MC for a lot of events, from corporate events to concerts. I've done it all, and it's all about whatever I'm going to teach you today, the structure is more or less the same, but the adaptation is slightly different based on the place you're at. All right. And last but not least, I was a stage actor as well. I was in a play called P. Rumley, the musical. And yes, I had to sing. And no, I can't sing for you today. All right. So let's just clear that right now. All right. But that's me. And throughout the years of my career, I've managed to learn a lot of tricks. The funny part is I started doing this because when people started to come up to me and ask for advice, and I remember when I started training my announcers as well, and a lot of different people, the weird part about my training is I trained them with the assumption back then that everyone had my knowledge and everyone had my understanding. And sometimes when I speak to people and they go like, but and the weird part is, for me, is I sometimes pause and go, I get thrown off, because I'm so confident with people having my same knowledge that I straightway jump to the next step. So sometimes that gets a bit tricky. But the idea is now, because of the years of experience and what I think, what I know people have to learn, so what I have done now is I've moved it down into a bite-sized piece so that everyone can understand how they can learn, grow, and slowly move forward. Baby steps towards where I am capable, or stuff that I'm capable of. Besides now, TV presenter, I should have added another thing. End of this month, there will be a podcast coming out for Ford. It's about they engaged me to be their host for a series of podcasts to talk about Ford, different vehicles, focusing on the Ford Ranger, and then on top of that, I'll spoke to the bosses. So I'm speaking to the everyday Joe all the way to the people who design the cars, and it's you use the same core ideas, the same core principles that I'm going to teach you today, all right, for everything. But of course, adaptation and little tricks, that comes with experience, that comes with years of knowledge, so that it's easy for me, where if you just throw me a script at any time, I can just give me 30 minutes, just 30 minutes. And with 30 minutes, I can present to you whatever you just gave me in that script. And I want each and everyone here to be able to do that by the end of the day. You should be able to do that if you apply the structures that I teach you today, the structures that you should put into place and move forward slowly. All right. So the idea for this is the first thing we have to tackle is to get everybody out of their comfort zone. Let's not be scared or worried or nervous. And one thing I got to tell everyone that, one of the biggest fears for a lot of people when it comes to presentation is also it's the idea of mistakes happening or glitches here and there. The idea is as long as you do not make it obvious that there's something going on in the background or something is going wrong, nobody else will notice this. So be ready for anything to be thrown at you, things to go wrong. Just be ready and then adapt from that. It's as simple as that. All right. So what I'm going to do right now, you see, like, do you mind me sharing a little story first before I continue? If you ask anyone in this room right now, I've got the team here. I've got Chingu and John here with me. My team, amazing people. You can ask them. I've been doing this for years. I've been on stage in front of 20,000 people. All right. But I still get the nerves until today. I still get the nerves. Why do I get the nerves? Because it helps me it keeps me on my toes. It gets me ready. It's not a bad thing, nerves. I still get the nerves. If you ask them, I was like pacing around the studio. Last night, I could not sleep properly because I was going through my prep. Because prep work and the structure is the key to any presentation. That's at least 50% of your work done there. If you do it right, you get your structure right, that will give you enough confidence to continue. Of course, you'll have the butterflies in your stomach, the nerves to move forward, and you go, I don't know what to do. But as long as you're prepared, you'll be okay. It's like I remember sitting down in a podcast with John Lee, and I was speaking to John Lee, and John Lee says, would you jump off the tallest building in your area? And I'm like, am I with tandem with someone? I'm not going to just jump off a building. He says, yeah, I know. Is it risky? Is it dangerous? Do you have nerves? Then I said, yes, for sure. But if you've been jumping off buildings all your life, and you know the exact things to do. Is it risky? Is it nervous? Are you nervous? Yes, but the nerves and the risk, everything drops. Why? Because you are prepared. You've run through the checklist in your mind, the SOPs that you need to put in place to make sure everything goes right is already in your mind. It just becomes second nature. So today, that's what I want to teach you. I want to give you the knowledge, give you the power to make this second nature to you so that if ever anyone says, hey, I need you to stand up in front of the crowd and present this because the presenter is sick. I'm sure we've been through that before. Or if you're at a work setting and the guy who's supposed to present the project to the boss falls ill. The meeting is set. There's no such thing as, sorry, you're going to cancel the meeting. You cannot do that. So what's going to happen? You have to step up. If you're comfortable enough, if you apply the skills I'm going to give you, you would be okay. So remember that, all right? So that's the key today. I'm going to give you all that tools. Now, I'm going to start off very simple right now, okay? The simple thing I'm going to start off right now is I am going to throw you into, I just want you to throw you into, I think just 2 rooms or 3 rooms. I don't, 2 rooms enough. I don't want it to be big, all right? But before that, let me show you something about myself, all right? This is me. Oh, the fun part is I forgot to share my audio. Anyway, this is just experiences of me on stage. If you notice, some of them are celebrities that I've worked with, from Katy Perry to that's Tan Sri Tony Fernandez, who's the main guy of Air Asia, and hence you're gonna see one picture where I'm in a skirt. Ta-da! That's because I lost a bet with him, and I had to do exactly what Sir Richard Branson did, which is dress up like his air stewardess, and go for a flight and entertain people. So that's what I did. All right. Another thing I've done is also for you to realize, if you notice the first picture you saw was that guy, right? You see that guy. That guy was me starting off in my promotional vehicles. That's where I learned my art. That guy is the guy who's started this. All right. That guy was on the street in the sun, speaking to people, communicating with them, understanding how to interact, how to bring people in. Because how the promotional vehicles work is you drive around the cars and then you stop in this area, you call people up and say, hey, come on over here. All right. Not many people come. Then you got to try and entice people within the area to come up and chat with you as well. Ask them to come in. All right. So when they come in, the art of doing that was where I learned things. So how does this guy move to this? I don't know if you notice. If you notice something, y'all can go type in Lady Gaga on Twitter, but y'all won't have this part. So how does that guy who's on the street with a turtle on his head become one of the few people in this world that Lady Gaga follows? Um, well, the art of communication, connecting with people. I've connected with so many international celebrities, including even the late Chester. I remember having multiple conversations with him, just sitting down and just talking. So, how do you get there? And remember, this all interactions, when it comes to radio, you only got 10 minutes. 10 minutes to make a difference that will last a lifetime. And I manage that through the art that I've learned throughout the years of how to bring people into the conversation, how to storytell, how to make it engaging for everyone, and then leave that conversation knowing that you've got a new friend or a new possibility when it comes to prospects, when it comes to your work or sales or whatever you do. Okay. The art is something that I'm very proud of. But once again, let's go into what I promised you. Breakout room. Now, remember, the breakout room is very simple. What I want for the breakout room is I want you to just communicate with each other without any guidance. And I know a lot of people like, what does that have to do with presentation? Trust me, the first form of communication, the first form of presentation is this interaction with just one person or a group of person, or just a friendly interaction of hello, hi, what's your name? I'm this. What do you do? This is me. Find out more about me. Stuff like that. All right. So it's very important for you to go check that out. All right. I want y'all, I'm going to throw you into like 2 breakout rooms. I don't want too many people. I know sometimes it's intimidating with just 2 people and they're like, I don't want to talk. But I would love for y'all to have the chance to speak to each other nicely, to talk, communicate, and find out a bit of each other. And how you find out is I want each of you to introduce yourself within the group. All right. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when we go at the end of the day, I want you to reflect on this moment and realize, what could you have done differently? What would you have done differently, even with that small interaction that you're going to have? All right. So I really need you to do that. Are you all ready for this, for the breakout room? It's just a short breakout room. If you can turn on your camera, do not be shy. Unless you want to be like radio, it's just your voice. It's okay. Be mysterious. All good. I'm looking through. I see you, Anna, soon. Thank you so much for having your camera on. John, thank you for having your camera on. June, how are you, June? Sorry, my voice went up extra high. So a familiar face that I haven't caught up with in a long time. Seon, Dr. Lisa, thank you so much for having your cameras on. And the rest of you, if you could, just kindly turn on your cameras, and then we're going to go to the breakout room right now. See y'all soon. For the people who are watching on Facebook, Twitter, and all that, hey, TikTok, wherever this is going live, if you want to join the class, remember this is going to cut off very, very soon. So if you want to join the class, all you need to do is go to isubmitmastery.com/TSCC. Everybody's still here. All right. Hello. Okay. This is where you call surprise. I was known for this thing called gotchas. All right. So when I say gotchas, it's where I pull pranks on people. And that was one of the things I used to do in Malaysia. I was well known for that. And the pranks of people. So I used to, whenever something goes wrong, when I do my MC events, I used to just say gotcha, and I could get away with it, but I don't think I can get away with it now. So I'll see y'all soon after you get out from the breakout room. All right. So once again, thank you so much for being here, each and every one of you. I want each and every one of you to chat with each other and make sure, just communicate, just introduce yourself, find out what you would have done differently. So go into the rooms. I'll see you all soon.
Oh, Iran. Oh,
Hello, people in the room here who just came in. How y'all doing? I know you can hear my voice, and then you're going, "Where's everybody?" Well, everybody's in a breakout room, introducing each other, having a conversation with each other. The idea is for you to just start off and find your starting point to find out what's up, Yeko. I see you saying hello. For you to find your starting point, I just want you to understand what you're starting with. And then by the end of the day, I want you all to do the same thing. And I realize what you would have done different. So that's the main idea when it comes to this. There's a big thing blocking the screen. So yeah, yeah. So everybody who's listening, I do need you all to join the Zoom link because this is not going to be live constantly. So if you want to join, please go to isummitmastery.tscc and register yourself and come in and join, and then you can have a conversation there. Everybody knows .com. Did I not say .com? Yes, sorry. My bad. One more time. isummitmastery.com/TSCC. Everybody calm down. I've got to take my own lessons at the moment. So everybody who's just joined in, that everyone else is in a breakout room. If you choose to jump into a breakout room, if you want to, just raise your hand. I mean, I think you've already been assigned a room, but if you're here, cool. We'll wait for the rest of them to come back shortly, which will be in anytime soon, and then we're gonna take it from there. All right. I'm gonna have a drink. So for the people here, since you're here, let's have a conversation. Put it in the comments. I want to know from y'all where you're from, what country you're from, which part of the world you're hailing from, and we can have a conversation then. Because everyone else is in the breakout room. Since you're here, you can have a conversation with me. So, oh, I nearly dropped this, and it wouldn't have been good. See, I'm already ready to welcome them back already. So when they're ready to come in, they will come in. But the idea is whenever you're ready. Why nobody want to ask me questions? Okay, anyone asking questions on social media? If you're asking questions on social media, please do. I will try my best to answer them as well. Uh, they are coming back. Yep. See, the weird thing about radio is I cannot take silence. In radio, how we worked was every time there's like 30 seconds, no, not 30 seconds. Yeah. No, 10 seconds of silence. So if there's a 10 seconds of silence, alarm will be blaring in all the offices, in the studios, in the engineering room, and someone will be running to your room because 10 seconds means something is wrong. Something went wrong. And everybody just runs away.
Bracket Sir is asking, what's your drink for today's session?
Oh, kopi. 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 Coffee. I'm just drinking normal instant coffee because it's faster. I put it in this because it keeps warm longer. And that's about it. The room we're in is pretty cool, and I'm sitting right on the aircon. So welcome back, everybody. How's everybody doing? I see you, Kevin. I see each and every one of you. Ah, how's the breakout room? I'm glad y'all. It was good. It was good. Met new faces, new people to speak to. But yeah, I need to fix the Chingu. Could you help me out? So anyway, guys, welcome back from the breakout room. And I know y'all have done your introduction. The introduction has been done. You guys are back. Be right back. No problem, Charles. Take your time. No, actually, don't take your time. I might just zoom ahead. Okay, one of the biggest things that we have when it comes to this, just sitting down and talking to people is, the fear is one of the things that stop us from moving forward, from doing what we need to do, especially when it comes to presentation and whatever we need. Sometimes the fear of just communicating with people stops us from even opening up possibilities. I give you this. I go live. For some of you who follow me on TikTok, y'all will realize this. I've started a new thing. If you followed us beginning of this year at iSummit, what we did with iSummit in Groove Asia is we had a goal setting session where everybody sets a goal. And this year, one of my goals is, besides business and all that, I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to get more healthy, and I wanted to be more organized. Sometimes my mind was all over the place last year because it was doing a foundation year. We're trying to build things and getting everything ready. All right. So that's the biggest thing. Uh, so this year, what I'm doing is every morning, after I drop off my kids to school, I go for a run, then I go live on TikTok. And because I communicate on TikTok openly and I just have a conversation, a simple conversation. Seriously, from the start of this year until now, there's 2 business opportunities that came around already. 2 business opportunities. People came up to me and says, "Hey, can we work together? I've got this product, or I want you to try and they just got in touch with me. All because I'm just communicating with them and just saying hello in the morning. I'm not even selling them anything, or I'm not pushing anything. I'm just communicating with them. And because of that connection that I have, they're like, okay, I know you all of a sudden. I feel comfortable. Let's take this further. I'm like, all right, no problem. Let's do this. So throughout that, I got it twice. And for everyone who's watching this, if you want to come into the class, you can. If you're watching this live through the live stream, just don't forget to type in www.isummitmastery.com/TSCC and you can come in. So the breakout room, I hope you all understood. Remember what you all did when you came to say hello, how you introduce yourself. I just want to hear from 2 people. Just turn on your mic. I want to hear what about a friend that you met. Just one friend, not everyone in there. Just one friend. I know it's very picky. Pick and choose one. One friend. Did you all hear that? Sorry, my Spotify was on. So, can someone? I just need someone, just one person. Tell me about your friend. Put up your raise your hand. Come up, Jeevanjot. Okay,
Hello.
Jeevanjot's mic is on. Aaron. Then after that, I got Dr.
Yeah,
Lisa. All
sorry.
right,
Let me. Is it okay if I go first? I can
go
let
ahead,
others
Jeevan.
go first.
Go ahead, Jeevan.
Okay, I will go first. So I one friend I would be. So June, I was speaking to June in the breakout room. She had a very long day. She had to clean her own yard. When I think it was 3 acres of yard, so she did a very big workout and cutting the grass and planting. She likes plants, gardening. It's one of the things she does. And also the other friend of that I speak for a short while is everybody call him Jacko in English, but his name is Yako. He's from South Africa. So South Africa they have timing when they cut off electricity. So which is very inconvenient for him. Yeah, but he still came for the communication event and uh, and he woke up around 4 o'clock to join 4 a.m. in the morning.
4 a.m.
Yeah, around 4 a.m.
That's called dedication right there.
Yeah, dedication.
All right. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeevan. Uh, Dr. Lisa, a friend that you met. Go ahead. Mike's all yours.
I met Anna soon. And Anna is, as you can see, she has a beautiful smile.
I agree.
I mean, come on. But she's a freelance media content consultant from Malaysia. And she found this meeting through an email from Eventbrite. And I thought that was awesome that she, just from that communication, ended up here in the best community in the world.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Lisa. Thank you so much for that. But remember, each and every one of you, if you want to, you can see the QR code down here. Get in touch with us. That's how you get in touch with us. That's a WhatsApp. You can scan that and get in touch with us, and we'll try our best to communicate with you. We'll figure out what we can. If you've got any questions about today or so that you I didn't answer, put it in there as well. I'll figure out ways to communicate. But let's get back to the program. The big day that we have today. There you go. Technology. I love it. All right, here we go. So let's move forward with understanding fear. All right. One of the things that stop a lot of people from doing anything is fear. We fear a lot of scary things. Fear has stopped us from moving forward, especially when it comes to work that we need to do or ideas and stuff like that. And before I can even teach you how to communicate, let's try and overcome this fear first. The fear that has stopped us, who's crippled us from even communicating, even starting this journey when it comes to communication and what we have to do. All right. So I'm going to be throwing a few sayings. If you want to adopt it, go ahead. But it's words that I use myself. And this is, of course, Franklin D. Roosevelt. If you don't know, Google him. Okay. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself, because sometimes it's the fear of something stops us from doing it, even though it's not that scary at all. So I want to start with this. I'm going to share I remember I have to share my audio, right? Or else I won't be able to continue sharing. Will stop other people. Yes. Sorry. I wanted to share this with you. I'm sure you all remember this line before we start. Sometimes I actually have saved this little line. It's from a movie. I saved this little line because sometimes the world makes us feel like we have to, not overdo things and